Draymond Green is a story of the hour, a roundhouse punch to Jusuf Nurkić.
In the face! In the face!
Got Draymond as an ejection. What has to be at least a 20-game suspension now because, look, the NBA gave him 5 games for trying to choke Rudy Gobert. Now this is even worse because I turn around and punch a guy for no reason. So it's got to be 20 games.
Start singing Modern Day Warrior. Here comes Kerry Von Erich.
And TJ gets high on you. He's a mean, mean guy. So what would Steve Kerr say? You know, we talked about it a few minutes ago. I'd like to see someone hold Draymond Green accountable. I'd like to see Steve Kerr hold him accountable. I'd like to see a little bit of tough love here, a little bit of, dude, you can't do this and play in the league. I want to see the league hold him accountable. I want to see accountability.
You mean like Mike Tomlin is finally saying, yeah, George Pickens is a problem?
Yeah. After all these weeks, yes.
It took a lot of demonstrative, quitting in different parts.
And think about this, just real quick. Think about this, that you're George Pickens, you got to say, man, I play on a team with Deontay Johnson. And coach is saying that I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Okay,
I'm the problem. It's me. See, it comes back to Taylor Swift on her birthday.
So here's Steve Kerr, who met the media moments ago, talking about what happened tonight during the Warriors' loss to the Suns.
I haven't seen a replay, so I have no comment on it.
Is it losing Draymond at that moment?
Huge swing. You know, we kind of felt good about, you know, having him at the 5, spreading the floor. We got shooters out there. Obviously, changed the lineup around. We thought that could really get Steph some space, and you know, Draymond could use his speed. You saw he got that layup the first play of the second half, and so I felt good about having him out there. And you know, he lost his poise.
You turned to Pods and to Kuminga in the closing lineup over Clay and Andrew. What went into that decision?
He was playing better than those guys.
So Draymond's been ejected 3 times this season. Obviously, he's got the suspension. Who knows what's to come? How big a problem is just not only his unavailability tonight, but really parts of this season?
Yeah, we need him. We need Draymond, but you know, he knows that, and we've talked to him, and he's got to find a way to keep his poise and be out there for his teammates.
Coach, last time you talked about Draymond not crossing the line. What can be done to stop this from continuing to happen?
We'll keep working.
Steve, when does it become more of a detriment than a positive?
Draymond's still a hell of a player. You know, still a really good player.
Trade value.
We need him.
Trade
value. If we're going to be a really good team, we need him.
You've made some pretty drastic lineup changes, not even just the close, but you obviously started different in the second half. I know it was a tonight thing, but are you tilting that way more into the future?
I have no idea. I mean, honestly, we were just trying to win the game tonight, and we were struggling with some of the lineups out there, and we've made the decision. I made the decision at halftime to put a different lineup out there, and you know, felt good about it. But we obviously did not follow through and play a very good second half.
You know, I love the fact now that coaches feel like I can still walk into a post-game press conference 10 minutes after the game is over and say, oh, no, I haven't seen it. No, dude, this is not 1986 where, oh, well, hang on. When you go into the video room, you'll be no, you were on the court. You saw it. They played replays of it. Any PR guy would walk up to you right after you go, Coach, here's the play right here. It's on Twitter. Here's what he did.
But
here's
even beyond that, at some point, I keep waiting for one of these reporters, because we've had this happen multiple times. Oh, I haven't seen it. I don't know yet. I'll have to watch it.
No, I don't
you know what? Here's my Twitter account.
Yeah, here, look at it right here.
Watch the bleep and play.
Oh, Steve, you haven't seen it?
Put it on rewind. Yeah. Here, it's on a loop.
The guy that asks him the question walks out from his space. Oh, well, here's my phone. I'm going to show it to you, and then answer. Here it is. So here it is. I'll press play right here. And he's standing right next to him going, here it is right here.
As it would happen, I have my iPad right here. So you can see it a little bit larger here. And look, I've got a telestrator right there. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go back and ask the question again, and then you answer it, Steve. Okay.
But he channels, in also the, you talked about drawing the line and crossing the line, I should say. Yeah, the line is a dot. It's the old Friends line. You're so far past the line, you can't even see the line. But then it's more of the same. you know what? We got to keep working.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean,
look, Draymond's a great player. I mean, we love him. He's our guy.
Well, that was sort of, I don't know what way we're going to come down this yet. Are we going to trade him? Is he got a 20-game suspension? So I want to leave my options open.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so
Look, they played, it was an away game. You know the Suns, they played
it was
on
on
1,000 times.
With thumping techno music behind it. Matched up with the impact of him punching him in the face. Doom. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, no,
Tell me the gorilla didn't reenact it.
I haven't seen the replay. I haven't seen it. I didn't really coach tonight. I was on my
Cincinnati.
phone. Listen, it's the fantasy football playoffs, and I got to decide: do I want to play Jacoby Myers on Thursday night because they didn't score any points last week, and it's a big decision because I could put Keaton Mitchell in if I wanted to, and so, but I don't know. So that's what kind of my focus is.
I half expected that to devolve into. Isn't anybody going to ask me about the headphones I wore into the arena tonight?
Does anybody want to ask me about the sound and how you can't hear anything here? Let's go back to those questions. Can we go back to that? I don't want to.
That was a lot more fun.
But I got to say, I give the reporters credit because they asked the tough questions.
Well, they just kept coming back. It's like, come on.
How long until enough is enough? How long is this? How long is this?
Hey, he's a hell of a player.
And I like that one reporter in the middle. Hey, so your rotations tonight was, stop, don't answer that question. Just steamroll over that one.
That was pretty good. But I mean, it's a great question, but come on.
Do you think that Clay... Don't ask that question. We got to get back to Draymond. So kind of what I expected from Steve Kerr, but in the end, this is what I expect to happen. It will be a lengthy suspension. It should be 20 games. The magic number is 20. You go from 5 to 20, right? And the Warriors will find a way to see if they can get along without him, and if they can, they'll try to trade him. Because hey, he's a good player. Don't forget, he's
really good.
He's really good, boy. I'll tell you, he's really good.
He's holding up a sign that says "Buying a distressed property."
Buying a distressed property for dummies. Oh, this is perfect. Now I know how to do it. So I expect I expect there to be a big suspension, and the Warriors to be silent. They see how things go. If they can get by without him and they play better, because they're playing terribly now, right? They're 10-13. Their offense is bad. Their players, all they've done is get older. Klay Thompson is now a volume shooter, and Steph can't do it all by himself like he used to. They're going to see, if we can get along without him, then you're going to see a trade. And it's going to be, we're done with Draymond. And that's how it's going to, that's where it is. So that's kind of what I expect to see happen. What I hope to see happen, which again I don't know, but I would hope to see Steve Kerr, after they get together on things with management, saying there's no place for this, and Draymond Green has to prove himself to us before he returns to the court with us. And I'd like to see Draymond say, I need some kind of immersion or counseling or something for my behavior on the court.
Are you going to believe it is the question?
Well, if
because that's always the problem that we get to this. All right, he gets in front of a microphone. It's like, I tell you, it's been a lot. How many of those do you just shrug and move on? I mean, you don't know what's in a guy's heart. You want to give the benefit of the doubt. There's multiple instances and multiple opportunities to recognize there's a pattern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody jumped on Ja Morant as a pattern of behavior emerged.
How many chances?
This guy's got a lot of chances where there's always someone that's willing to stand for him, to talk for him, to give him a platform to talk about his plight, all of those things that this time around, man, are you really going to get a mea culpa? It's going to be like, no, I got jostled. I was off balance.
If the Warriors say, you don't do this, you're going to find yourself on a different team. If he comes out with, hey, I need to talk to somebody, I need help with this, I need help to control my emotions, whatever it is, then you know he's been threatened with, dude, we're going to get rid of you. And
Steve Kerr has gone Paulie.
We're
good fellas
on
him. Now I got to turn my back on you.
Now you turn my back on you. Here it is. What is this? $1,000 for a lifetime? $1,000 for a lifetime. That's what. Now I got to turn my back on you. So, and you talk about Draymond Green getting some sort of aid off the court. Here's what Jusuf Nurkić had to say following the game tonight. Nurkić, who's the guy that got punched by Draymond Green. He said, what's going on with him? I don't know. Personally, I feel like that brother needs help. Now, I don't know what kind. I'm just reading the quote from him. I I'm glad he didn't try to choke me. At the same time, it ain't nothing to do with basketball. So that's what Jusuf Nurkić said. Didn't see it, hear it. I don't know what he says when he says certain things, but that's his emotion. Is I'm glad he didn't try to choke me. Nothing to do with basketball. That's the message for Draymond Green, and that's really what it needs to be. Is that when you're out of control on the court, and you show that this is not one instance every couple of years, because it seems like a lot. If you're in the league for 10 years and you've had, say, 4 suspensions. Oh, this guy's out of control. No, you're talking about I've lost my cool in an 82-game season, and the NBA is a man's game. I've lost my cool once every 2.5 years. Okay, it's not that big a deal. This is 3 times in the last calendar year where he's gotten physical and thrown punches and choked people. I mean, that's not basketball, man. That's not what the NBA wants to be.
And the first one, his teammates didn't even come to that guy's defense.
No. Draymond's gone from, hey, I am someone who is a victim. I'm someone who is able to get past this, and my value to the team is greater, and I can do what I want to do, to now he's, hey, I wonder what goes through the guy's head. Like every single time he takes the floor.
Now it's curiosity for specificity and to make sure we got the correct numbers. $3,200. That's what he gave me. $3,200
for a lifetime. Is that what it was?
Wasn't even enough to pay for the coffin.
We are a minute away from hearing from Draymond Green, who spoke after his ejection, what is likely going to be a lengthy suspension, and who knows if it's the end of his career with the Warriors. But the play of the night is the play we've been talking about for the last 90 minutes.
Fields has picked up his 3rd foul. And now Green runs over Nurkić, and he'll be called for the foul, and they're going to take a look at this. See Jason Goebel indicating they will go to the monitor here. Nurkić is down in a heap. Green just plows right over Nurkić. And we'll see if there's anything unnecessary added to it. Oh, man.
Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
Yep,
and now they're going to just try to decide if they think it was excessive. It's going to be at least a flagrant 1, could be a 2.
Which would be an ejection. Boy, that is a swipe across the face.
After video review, Green makes unnecessary and excessive contact to the face. The foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 2, and Green has been ejected from the game.
Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy on TNT with the call. Was more of a turn, more of a whip. It was more of a turn and a roundhouse hit punch to the face of Jusuf Nurkić. You've seen this, WWE style. But surprisingly, we heard from Steve Kerr a few minutes ago, and he talked about how, I haven't seen it yet, but Draymond knows all these different things. Draymond Green decided to meet the media tonight after the game, maybe because he wants to get in front of a suspension. But here's a couple of minutes of Draymond Green addressing his punch, his suspension, or his ejection of the game tonight.
He was pulling my hip, and I was swinging away to sell the call. Made contact with him. As you know, I'm not one to apologize for things I meant to do, but I do apologize to you, sir, because I didn't intend to hit him. I sell calls with my arms. I don't fall or to sell a call. I'm not a flopper. So I was just selling the call because he was grabbing me and pulling my hip back. So I spun away.
Okay, stop for a second. Okay, first of all, stop with, I don't do. Even if I believe you that I'm trying to sell a call, I'm trying to get a foul call, right? I'm trying to sell a call. You're out of control, man.
Wait,
you hit a guy in the head.
Live from the Laugh Factory. What the hell's the difference between selling and flopping?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
What's that? Where's the line of demarcation to distinguish between the two? Come on, man.
There's nothing.
I use my arms to sell.
There's nothing Nurkić did that warranted what Draymond did.
No, his hands on his hip.
He did.
Nobody disputes that.
No, nothing he did.
That? Come on.
That's basketball, man. Come on, that's basketball.
Exactly.
You know, and here's Draymond saying, it was my. So here's Draymond really trying to get in front of the suspension. I apologize for it, but it wasn't my intention. How many times are you going to say the word intention? It's intention. Let's find out. It's probably a lot more.
And unfortunately, I hit him. And so, like I said, I apologize to Jusuf because I didn't intend to hit him.
Have you seen the replay?
Yeah.
How did it look to you on the replay?
I mean, as I've said before, any replay, if I go look at every replay of everything, a replay it's never going to look good, but like I said, I know my intentions. My intentions were to sell the call. And I also don't think I'm an accurate enough puncher to do a full 360 and connect with someone. So it's unfortunate.
All right, stop right there for a second. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, it's not my how can I pull a roundhouse punch at somebody? You did it. I'm sorry if you can say it's not my intention, but you did it. He's out of control on the court, and that's what he won't take responsibility for. Is I was out of control. It's not like Nurkić gave him an elbow to the kidneys and he's hurt and I'm coming back and he turned whatever he was trying to do. He did it. You did it. Right, so he kind of apologizes to Nurkić a little bit, but then says, you think I'm in my intention enough to turn around and hit the guy like that?
That
you hit
I'm
the guy.
An accurate enough puncher to do a full 360 and connect on someone.
Clearly
now,
you are.
Clearly at Swollen Dome, I've shown you how Kerry Von Erich, the modern-day warrior, the Texas Tornado, used to do it, and the way he made Mr. Perfect spin to the mat. I mean, come on.
Like it didn't happen, though. No, clearly, Draymond, you are that talented of a puncher to be able to do it. You know why? Because I saw it, and I saw it on the replay, which he says is worse.
No,
Replay's never going to look good.
What do you mean it's never going to look good?
Like it's
if
doctored.
you didn't punch the guy in the head, it wouldn't be there.
Yeah, like it gets doctored. Oh, they doctored that replay. It does not look good, man. It does not look good.
Man.
Let's have some more of Draymond.
A couple weeks ago, they said that there's a history of unsportsmanlike acts was a factor in your suspension. Do you anticipate that happening again?
I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I know what my intentions were, and that's really all I can speak on.
Is this a prank?
I don't know. I mean, I knew what. I mean, my heart was pure. No, I had no malice.
Special on HBO.
I actually was gonna. I had a Christmas gift for him, and I wanted to hand it to him, but instead I punched him in the head. And it fell to the. No one saw it. It fell to the floor. It was a really nice present.
Is he opening up for Kevin Hart?
They didn't see it. No, you keep hearing him say the word intention because he's trying to plant in Adam Silver's mind. I had no intent. Don't suspend me for 20 games. I had no intent. But it doesn't matter. You're a guy that what do you expect when you have a history of behavior like this? You're out of control and you hit a guy. Yeah, but I didn't mind. It wasn't my intention. No, I think we've seen over the course of your career and even the last year that you hit guys. Was it not your intention to choke Rudy Gobert? Not my intent. I just happened to grab him around the head. I didn't know that. That was my thing. I didn't know that was going to happen. Let's go. More Draymond.
You talked about how important it was to be there for your teammates. And Steve made a point today saying they need you to win games.
I'm aware. And like I said, if I intended to do that, then I'd feel awful about not being there. But my intentions were just to sell the foul. And he was, as you can see, as I'm posting up, he's moving forward. So as I'm moving back, he's still coming forward. And like I said, it's unfortunate. I apologize to Nurkić because I hit him. So I do apologize to him, and I didn't intend to hit him. So I think you guys have known me long enough. If I intended to do something, I'm not apologizing for it. But I did make contact with him, so I apologize because it wasn't my intention.
Yeah, I think, again, intention. I don't think it matters. I really, honestly, I don't think it matters whether you got out of control. But this is something that he did unprompted. This was a basketball jostling back and forth. There was no dirty play. There's no you stepped on my foot. This was I'm coming out of control and I hit you. Sorry, but you have to pay the price for that because this is the kind of player that you've been.
Look, the old rule is my hand upon your hip when you dip, I dip, we dip, right? Or some combination of those pronouns, right? So that's it. Instead, you didn't want to dip. Instead, you hauled off and you gave this guy a 360 swinging hammer is what you did. Wow. My intent. Nobody believes you. You've lost all credibility. This is the boy who cries wolf. You lose. You get nothing.
Adam Silver could say, hey, it's not my intention to give you 20 games, but I'm going to give you 20 games. I'm sorry. Wasn't my intention.